everyone, this is Learning with Linda, and today I bring you the state stimulus checks, the new child tax credit, and the SNAP emergency allotments May update. So in this video, we actually have two states that are now sending anywhere between $250 to $500 checks. Also, Connecticut has approved the child tax credit, where it's going to be issuing new payments for families with dependents up to $750. Also bringing the SNAP emergency allotments May 2022 update. We'll be including the payout dates information for the benefit month of May. And then, of course, there's a couple of states that will be sending payments in the month of June. So, same as always, you guys, please make sure you guys stay until the end of this video to ensure that you receive this information. Now, before we get started, if you're interested in the latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, SNAP, p-ebt, and everything in between, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now, let's get right to it. And don't forget to subscribe to my new YouTube channel called Linda Savings. If you're interested in knowing about the latest sales, discounts, and how to save your money while shopping at some of your favorite stores like Costco, Walmart, Target, Aldi, and many other stores, then this is the channel for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Link to the channel will be in the video description. And as always, thank you guys so much for your support. And also, guys, don't forget to take advantage of these offers. Let's start with the Ibotta app, where you can get cash back when doing your grocery shopping. You can also receive $10 once you sign up and upload your first receipt using the referral code that is on this screen. And now for those of you that want to maximize your rewards, you can use a second app like Fetch Rewards to upload that same receipt you just uploaded to the Ibotta app. Fetch is actually super easy to use, as it will give you points for uploading any type of receipt. You'll even get an additional 2,000 points just for signing up with this referral code. So let's start off this video with very good news for my friends in the state of New Mexico, since New Mexico will start sending out anywhere between $250 to $500 checks. And guess what, you guys? This also includes non-tax filers. So if you receive Social Security, this is something you may want to pay attention to. Residents in New Mexico will start seeing an extra $250 in their bank accounts just over a month after lawmakers approved cash payments of anywhere between $250 to $500 to help pay for a higher cost of living and surging gas prices. Is something the state now says the first round of money is going out. So state officials announced on Wednesday that the first payments will begin arriving as early as May 19th. So they'll start arriving around those dates, not the exact date, right? So taxpayers who get their tax rebates through direct deposit are scheduled to receive at least $250 in relief, and this is according to a news release from the governor's office. Now, paper checks for another 200,000 taxpayers will slated to hit the mail in the following days, and that's something according to the state. Those physical checks will continue to come over the next few weeks. Now, those who have filed their taxes with the state are expected to automatically receive these funds. But those who haven't filed their taxes, you still have an opportunity to receive the economic relief payment. So if you're a head of household, surviving spouses, and married individuals filing joint returns, you'll receive a total of $1,000 across two payments. For individual filers and married individuals filing taxes separately, will get a total of $500 across two payments. Now, according to the governor's office, the first payment is being sent out to most New Mexicans in the month of May, and then likely continuing into the month of June. Now, the second payment is supposed to go out in August of this year. Now, if you didn't file your taxes because you didn't earn enough income, for example, you can apply to get a rebate payment. So to get a payment, this is where you want to pay attention to. You have to apply online at the following website, and I'll be putting the link in the video description as well, so you guys can have easy access to that. And the website is www.yes.state.nm, NM for New Mexico, right, .us. Now, this is the state's Human Services Department application portal. It's called Yes New Mexico, also known as Yes NM. So you're going to have to go to that section right there where you see the red arrow pointed at. It's non-tax filers. Click here to apply for an economic relief payment, and you're just going to have to complete that application. Now, we also have very good news coming out to those in the state of Georgia, since Georgia will start sending out anywhere between $250 to $500 refunds. Special rebates for Georgia taxpayers are expected to start going out this week, but the state doesn't anticipate payments to be complete until early August. Now, the state income tax refunds are being paid out of the Georgia's historic budget surplus. The governor announced the start of the $1.1 billion plan last week. So the law will give refunds of up to $250 to single filers, up to $375 for single adults with dependents, and then up to $500 to married couples filing jointly. The refund amount will be based on an individual's tax liability. However, the refund would only be paid to people who filed tax returns for both the 2020 and 2021 tax years. And now moving on to those in the state of Delaware, it seems like this state will start sending those $300 to $600 checks at the end of May or possibly even June. In April, Delaware lawmakers approved a rebate program that will provide every state resident a one-time direct payment between $300 to $600 to help cover the rising cost of gas, groceries, and other essentials. So remember, guys, that the first round of checks could go out at the end of May to residents who filed their 2020 income tax returns. The state will also eventually provide checks to an estimated 175,000 to 200,000 residents who haven't recently filed their taxes. And of course, it's including low-income senior citizens. So that's obviously a good thing. The Secretary of Finance will work with other state agencies over the next 6 months to develop a pathway for each adult Delaware resident who did not file a 2020 Delaware tax return to receive a rebate. So the department will also roll out a website where residents who did not receive checks can apply for their rebate. So I'm assuming Delaware is going to do something very similar to, I think, was it New Mexico that we were just talking about, right? So as soon as more information is released from the state, I'll be definitely letting you know. Now, there's a couple of states that are planning to send out their checks later on in the summer, starting off with Colorado that is planning to send anywhere between $400 to $800. So on April, Governor Jared Polis announced that each Colorado taxpayer will receive a one-time tax refund of $400 for singles and then $800 for joint filers due to a record state surplus. Now, as part of a proposal that will be introduced, the Colorado dividend, all Colorado taxpayers who file their 2021 tax returns by May 31st of this year will receive their rebate in the mail by August or possibly even September. Now, about 3.1 million people will receive that rebate, a rebate totaling $1.4 billion. However, the $400 refund is the same for everyone, regardless of income or how much in taxes each person actually paid. Now, moving on to those in the state of Connecticut, seems like this state has approved their own version of the child tax credit, in which they will be sending up to $750 as a one-time payment for dependents. So about 300,000 lower and middle income families in Connecticut are slated to receive a $250 per child, which means $750 maximum tax rebate this summer. So let's say you have 2 children, right? You can receive $500 because 250 plus 250, right? That's $500. If you have 3 children, of course, that qualifies you for $750. However, if you have more than that in kids, then you're going to be receiving $750 maximum, right? So to be eligible, you must have claimed at least one child as a dependent on your 2021 federal income tax return who was 18 years of age or younger. Now, eligible families must apply with the Department of Revenue Services between June 1st and July 31st to receive the rebate of $250 per child for a maximum of 3 children, which totals to $750. Now, to qualify to receive the maximum rebate, single parents must have earned less than $100,000 in 2021, and then 2 parents, your income must be less than $200,000. Now, to apply, you must visit the portal, and that is portal.ct.gov/DRS, and click the icon that says 2022 CT Child Tax Rebate. Now, access to the application process will be made available starting June 1st. And now moving on to those SNAP emergency allotments for the month of May, we have 36 states approved as of today. Now guys, keep in mind that the dates I'm about to provide you with are directly from the USDA website. Now there is always a chance that your state could fall behind in terms of payment date or that the payment date could change. In those situations, all I can recommend for you is to contact your local SNAP office. Now, unfortunately, there's a couple of states that are no longer providing those SNAP emergency allotments. And once again, that includes Iowa, Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri, Florida, Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, and the state of Arkansas. So here we have the payout date information for the states that will be sending out their emergency allotment benefit month for May this month, right? So starting off with Alabama's on this list, Alaska, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Georgia, Indiana, Illinois, and Louisiana. Next, we have Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York. We have both dates for New York City, and then for the rest of the state, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, and of course, Oregon. Next, we have Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, Washington, and Wisconsin. Now remember guys that there's a couple of states that are doing their payments 1 month behind. So here we have the payout date information for those states sending their SNAP emergency allotments benefit months for May in the month of June. So that includes California. There you see the payout date information, Hawaii, Kansas, Massachusetts, and Vermont. Now I've also included the payout date information for the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of April, since there's a couple of states that are still issuing payments specifically this month of May, right? So that includes California, Kansas, and Minnesota. And that is all the updates that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. See you guys next time.